Federal government discovers ghost names in police payroll. Northern Governors Forum holds crucial talks with MIYETTI Allah. Union urges federal government to reconsider excise duty increase. Non-governmental organization advocates on electoral process. Welcome to the News Hour on Television Nigerian. I am Eunice Johnson. A task force saddled with undertaking human resources audits in all ministries, departments and agencies of government to confirm their actual wages have smashed a syndicate in the police wages office running to over 68 billion naira in bloated salaries and allowances. The police ghost workers fraud was detected following the enrollment of police formations in the federal government's integrated payroll and personnel information system by the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, where it was discovered that the police staff was bloated to 370,000, where the manpower is 291,685, indicating over 80,000 ghost names on the force's payroll. The Director of Special Duties in the Federal Ministry of Finance and Secretary of the Presidential Initiative of Continuous Audit, Dr. Mohammed Dikwa, in a paper declared that the syndicate was smashed and some 11 officials already undergoing trials in courts of competent jurisdiction. As part of efforts to resolve the continued clashes between herdsmen and farmers in Nigeria, the Northern Governors Forum has held a meeting with the national leadership and state chapters of the MIYETTI Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria in Sokoto. The meeting was attended by the Governors Forum Chairman and Borno State Governor Kashim Shettima, host Governor Aminu Tambuwal and their counterparts from Kano and Kaduna states. The chairman of the Governors Forum at the event disclosed that the 19 northern states are worried by the rising state of insecurity involving herdsmen and farmers and hope that their intervention will help in resolving the conflicts. No formal communique was issued after the meeting, while a new round of discussions will be scheduled for Abuja, Jos, Makurdi, and Kaduna in the coming weeks and months. The National Union of Food, Beverage and Tobacco Employees has pleaded with the federal government to reconsider recent increase in the excise duties on alcoholic beverages and tobacco products, warning that it may lead to no fewer than 10,000 job losses. Speaking in Lagos, the president of the union, Lateef Oyelekon, contended with the new tariff, consumers of the affected products would pay more, especially cigarettes, alcoholic beverages such as beer and stout, wines and spirits. This, according to Oyelekon, will force the production company to downsize as the new tariff will impact on production and further worsen the problem of unemployment in the country. More than 20,000 workers are presently employed in the alcoholic sector, and half of this group may lose their jobs. The same applies to the tobacco sector. After the break, NGO holds town hall meeting on electoral process. Thanks for staying tuned. As the processes leading to the 2019 general elections gathers momentum, a non-governmental organization has organized a town hall meeting to help educate the electorate on their civic and electoral duties. Our correspondent has more on the report.
The Electoral Act stipulates that Nigeria requires a comprehensive awareness and empowerment program to educate the citizens about their responsibilities and the obligations of the state in a democracy. Against this backdrop, A non-governmental organization, the Progressive Impact Organization for Community Development, convened a town hall meeting targeting the market women. The central message on the need to maximize the continuous voter registration exercise ahead of the 2019 general elections and also cautioned their children from being used as political talks.
Many Nigerians, over 70% of Nigerians, are staying aside and they don't participate, and that is why the few that are participating can take money and bribe the fewer people who are around.
The day when they vote, you say you no go vote, they rest, make you rest today. When they don't vote finish, you say who win? You vote? You don't vote, you say who win?
The representative of the Independent National Electoral Commission Voter Education and Publicity, in a reaction, says that deepening the nation's democratic process is a responsibility of all. She restated the Commission's commitment of cleaning up the voter registration before the 2019 elections.
Because we have acted within the ambits of the law, we don't have cases at all of underage registrants. The Commission is into a lot of advocacy so that we get to know when someone dies.
She restated the Commission's commitment of cleaning up the voters' register before the 2019 general elections. The town hall meeting is also expected to hold across selected states and rural communities in Nigeria. Charles Ibe, TVN News, Abuja.
And in sports, the Super Eagles of Nigeria arrived in London from Poland on Saturday ahead of the Tuesday's friendly match with Serbia at the Hive pitch and have commenced training at the same venue for the match. As with last Friday's encounter in Wrocław, where they won 1-0 against host Poland, the three-time African champions are up against another Russia 2018 World Cup-bound squad. However, the Super Eagles squad is further fortified with the arrival of strikers Junior Ajayi, Gabriel Okechukwu and midfielder Mikel Agu, who was called up owing to the inability of captain Mikel Obi to travel from China. Serbia is ranked 34 in the world by FIFA, 18 places above Nigeria, and will face Brazil, Switzerland and Costa Rica in Group E at the World Cup's finals in Russia, while the Eagles will take on Croatia, Iceland and Argentina. The University of Ilorin's female basketball team has been selected as one of the 2 female teams to represent Nigeria at the 9th African University Games holding at Mekelle University, Ethiopia, from July 1st to July 7th. Bola Orodele, Secretary General of the Nigerian University Games Association, in a letter to the university's authorities, further disclosed that the university's female basketball team qualified to represent Nigeria after emerging as runners-up at the recently concluded national competition in Abuja. The best 2 female teams at the Ethiopian tournament in July will represent Africa at the World University Tournament holding later this year in China. And on the foreign scene, South African police would this week issue former President Jacob Zuma with a court summons relating to corruption charges over a year-old $2.5 billion arms deal. A spokesman for the Hawks Investigative Crime Unit made this known in South Africa. Also, the National Prosecuting Authority said it would seek to prosecute Zuma on the 16-count charges, which include fraud, racketeering, corruption, and money laundering, charges which the former leader repeatedly denied in the past. Russian businessman Sergei Mavrodi, whose pyramid scheme deprived millions of Russians of their savings in the 1990s, has died of a heart attack. The 62-year-old was rushed to the hospital late on Sunday with pain in his chest and died several hours later. Mavrodi's MMM's financial pyramid was a typical Ponzi scheme, which earlier investors received their profits from subsequent investors. Mavrodi promised returns of 20% to 70% a month, as well as lotteries and bonuses for investors. From 2011 to 2016, Mavrodi launched Ponzi schemes under the MMM brand in India, China, South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Nigeria. And in many of those countries, Mavrodi's operations were subsequently shut down or suspended. To end the news, a recap of the major stories. Federal government discovers ghost names in police payroll. Northern Governors Forum holds crucial talks with MIYETTI Allah. Union urges federal government to reconsider excise duty increase. Non-governmental organization advocates on electoral process. And that's the news on television Nigerian. But before I go, I leave you with this thought. A man is not finished when he is defeated. He only is finished when he quits. Thanks for staying tuned. I am Eunice Johnson. Bye for now.